Hello lovely humans, my name is Alfie. I just received an email. We were pitching an idea to ABC iView for a series based on my YouTube channel. An informative web series about trans people. Specifically trans men, because we are not something that is publicised a lot in the media. You see a lot of trans women. The obvious one, Caitlyn Jenner and Laverne Cox, and there are a whole bunch of trans people that are in the media, but I don't think it's a good representation of the community as a whole. That's just my honest opinion. And so on my YouTube channel I try to be as honest as possible. I try to convey educational points while being, in my opinion, funny, but some people might not think that. And the reason why I wanted to create this web series is because I feel like I have a good insight into what it's actually like. I'm not at the beginning of my transition, I am a little bit in, but I still have a good idea, and because I'm indifferent about a lot of things, I have strong opinions, but I don't let that sway how I convey myself. I don't know if that makes sense. So anyway, this email says, well, it's just a big kick in the balls pretty much. The ABC said, "It pains me to write this email, but I'm very sorry to say that we're not going to move forward with Alfie's story. We really appreciate the time you devoted to developing the idea for Alfie and for Alfie's willingness to be involved. He's a courageous person and a warm and vibrant character." Okay, so this person's never met me. They might have seen a few of my videos, but that is clearly not, this is clearly not what they're after. We've missed the earlier days of revealing his sexual identity, the hormones and the initial emotion adjustment. In addition to this, we are featuring a transgender story in an iView series currently in production titled, so basically he's just plugging his own show from then. It's a grappling psychological with finding the courage to tell his parents, and it's emotionally powerful. That's the point. I don't want it to be emotionally powerful. I want it to convey that we're just fucking normal people. We're not something to glance in and, oh, we're so brave, you're so proud of us. No. No. Yes, you are proud, and yes, you can be courageous, but me as an everyday person living my life, it's not that amazing. And I wanted to hone in on that idea. The idea that we are normal. We are not special in any way. We're just people. We don't need any special treatment, and that's what I wanted. I'm too far along in my transgender journey? No. You're too far into your bigoted idea of what it means to be too far into a transgender journey. There's just so much wrong with that statement. It's just so painful. They want a fishbowl series that's doom and gloom, someone that's at the beginning of their transition, someone who's going to feel pressured to do the things that they think they should be doing just because it's for TV. That is what I'm worried about. They have just picked out someone that's at the very beginning of finding out who they are, and they're just shoving a camera on them, and I'm a little bit worried because they're new to this world, because they're new to this community, it's gonna be what I think happened to Caitlyn Jenner, who went, yes, I'm trans, came out into the community, and then she came out and she said a lot of things that were wrong because she didn't know. She wasn't in the know. She wasn't in the community yet. She was on the fringe of it, transitioning, but hadn't actually taken the time to learn about what words to use. Like, vocabulary is so important. Some people don't like the word transsexual, and that word was thrown around a bit. Stuff like that. This brand new person who you don't know much about, deciding to transition, and good for them. It's good for them, but I'm just worried that they're doing it for views rather than to educate anyone, and it just makes me sad because the whole reason why I wanted to do this was to educate and not just have this camera pointing in on my life. The next part of the story, it came down to a couple of things. It's a competitive space, meaning that it's hip and cool to be trans, and there are a few trans people that they could have chosen. Mostly because he feels that Alfie is just a bit too far along in his transgender journey. Right, I'm too far along in a transgender journey to share my experience. You never stop transitioning, as a person even. As soon as I started taking tea, it wasn't like I take tea from this day to this day and then my transition will be complete. No, you take testosterone forever, and that's just the way life is. Being too far in my transgender journey is a silly reason. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Lee. Neither of mine were interested in iView story, but when we discussed it, it weighed up against other projects and mix, blah blah blah. So basically, because I'm too far along in my transition, I am no longer, you know, prime for TV. This is exactly why we need a series like mine. So we can convey an idea that we're just normal humans. Even if they didn't choose my story and they chose someone else's that was educational, I'd be way happier with that than them just deciding that they needed to see someone's transition from start to finish, because that's not how it works. And I'm just really upset about that. How they think that because they've got their star character, it's gonna be okay. Right now I feel alienated because I'm passing too much. I look like a guy, so I'm no longer what they want to see. They want to see this big before and after. There are some people who don't even identify as trans men, they identify as non-binary, and that's super important. And passing, and all of that other stuff that you never hear about. Like, passing is just a social construct, but you never hear about that on iView, and we're still not going to. Because this just trans person, this person that they've got, is going to want to be as male as possible, and pass as much as possible. And that's probably going to be an issue for the representation. I'm just so upset about it. But it's okay. Because in the end, I'm still going to create the content that I want to create. It's still going to go up on my YouTube channel. I'm still going to make the videos that were going to be on ABC iView. And that's it. Like, I've got my list of videos, so because of that, I can just still create them and share them with everyone. And hopefully, the small amount of sharing that I can do will make a difference. And people can actually learn something, because honestly, I'm just a human. Sorry for the rant. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Also, I missed out on the video about the Orlando shooting and Chrissy. If any of you need to chat, you can message me or write in the comments, and I am here 100%. I didn't want to make a video and not acknowledge that happened in America. The gun laws are fucked, and I've signed a petition. I've signed a few petitions. It's a big blow on the community, and like I said, if any of you need support, just message me or comment below and I'll be around. Alright. Stay safe, be good, and I'll see you later.
Alfred!